Well, hello. It's July 1st, not June 30th, which was when I did this. Yesterday I recorded, but I didn't have audio, so I'm recording it today before I do the tutorial today. And by the way, yesterday I did 4 hours instead of 2 because actually I was doing 4 hours of work, but 2 hours of those 4 were going for a typography, a phenomenon typography. That's the name of the song. You'll see it eventually. I finished the movement, so I was hoping to do a background on Blender, so that's why I'm doing Blender now 4 hours a day. Here's my bishop. It's actually pretty trash. It's horrible. Well, it's not horrible, but it could be better. I tried to make it. Well, I tried and did make it all in one piece, but maybe I should have separated this, made this a separate sphere, and made this also a separate sphere, and make the indentation here somehow by removing faces. I think I extruded and inset everything to make it to make the flow go like that, but for some reason, as you can see, the crease is shit. Basically, it's kind of trash. So this bishop could be better, but I spent like an hour on this trying to make this whole. And then there's the goggles. Yeah. Basically, I'm not gonna show it here, but go to Grant Abbitt's channel, go to the Get Good at Blender 2.8 playlist, and find the goggles, and you'll see it. You'll see the difference. I had to basically, I made these cylinders and kind of made this face smaller and move it a bit. And then I created toruses, tori. How do you say that? I created mirror toruses and tried to fit it. So as you can see, this is my poor attempt at fitting it. And then I go watch the tutorial and he just makes like these loop cuts. Or I don't know how he did it, but he had loop cuts around there and extruded it. And it reminded me of the donut tutorial, how he copied the... Well, I think he extruded it and then separated it, yeah. Something similar to the donut with the frosting. And yeah, so this is my poor attempt at goggles, even worse than the bishop. Anyways, I said it's July 1st, right? You might be surprised that my first part has been uploaded after July 1st. Yeah, I haven't uploaded any part of Blender yet. Yeah. Anyways, yesterday I also watched some Blender videos because I spent 4 hours. I didn't want to model for 4 hours. So I have enough time to watch the dragon head retopology because I want to see how Grant Abbitt does his topology flow. I wanted to see a bit about topology. I thought, maybe retopology will help. Anyways, dragon head, July 1st. Today Coco Kiryu graduated from Hololive. Yeah, I know that's unrelated, but I don't care. I want to say it. It fills me with determination and sadness. But yeah, I've also decided what to model because I'm not good at Blender. I suck at Blender, which is all the more reason I should practice Blender until I get good. First, I want to do like a 3D. Well, obviously 3D. Discord logo, so like Clyde. Yeah, that's the Discord logo. You know how Discord in their updated logo thing said they wanted Clyde fan art. So I will make Clyde fan art. I want to make the most cringy furry Clyde fan art because there's particles here, right? There's like these where is it? I don't know. There's some particles thing and there's hair particles which you can use to make fur. I want to make the cringiest furry Clyde that I can make. That's my first objective. I want to animate it maybe if possible. Second would be Merem. Merem would be harder than Clyde because Clyde is like a fucking shape basically. It's just a shape and kind of extruded in 3D and rounded and that's it probably. So it might not be that hard. Maybe a bit challenging to make the furry ears, but other than that. But Merem though is gonna be good for character modeling, and Merem doesn't have clothes, which would be perfect, I guess, for making a body. And third, I know going back to Hololive, I know Coco left. I'm not making Coco actually. I'm making my favorite VTuber. Hopefully, if I become skilled enough to make this look really good, I would like to make Callie. Yeah, that's my favorite VTuber. So how about that? But it would be harder than Merem. Well, maybe not because Merem has a lot of weird things in his body. He has like a weird helmet even though it's his head. Callie doesn't have anything like that. But here's the thing, it's not for a game. So I think someone please say in the comments if I'm getting too ambitious. I think there's this like physics stuff. Look, cloth. So what if, here's the thing, I make an animation with Callie and the clothes aren't animated with the bones but with a collision actually with the body. So there's a body and then there's the clothes and I have no idea how they work. All I've seen is like a square plane with some subdivision surface being used as cloth simulator, and it was extremely large, disproportionately large, so it looked a bit weird. But maybe, I'm saying maybe, if it's possible to use the cloth simulator to actually, simulate clothes, maybe it could be possible to make a good animation, I don't know. So I was thinking a 5-second animation of Callie singing this, I don't know, maybe the Welcome to the Mountaintop or something like that. I don't know, 5 seconds of that Off With Their Heads song. That would be so cool. And with the tracksuit. Tracksuits are fucking based. Those are my objectives. I don't know if I'll get there, but hopefully. Alright, I also want to learn to make cool backgrounds with particles. I don't know how. It's surely with something like this, maybe some force field, I don't know. I have no idea what any of this does, but surely there's something to make these cool particle backgrounds. I've seen those, so there surely is a way to make those, and then I could put them in my phenomenon typography. Alright, so I finished 4 hours today again. I made the knife. I made the entire thing wrong, basically. Well, maybe not wrong, but just he said, oh yeah, I made this with a plane. Well, I did this with a cylinder. So then I decided to make this one with a plane, and he made it with a cube. This one was with a plane though. But I made these, and then I saw in my recommended videos someone making a knife with these things, with these dents, It turns out he wasn't doing loop cuts, he was just building up the entire shape from extrusions and edges and faces. My crease here. Yeah, I know it's kinda weird, but I think if I try to make the crease here, then it just doesn't work, apparently. Well, whatever, it was fine as it was before. So there's my knife. Whoops, I didn't texture it, so whatever. Also there's this. Apparently that's bad for, that. It's distorted. Part 12, yeah, it's just this. Whatever. This one, and then this one, I changed it a bit from this one. Made this. This gave me flashbacks to the bishop, but it wasn't that bad. Then there was part 13, which was just him making a spaceship thing, totally improvised. He said he didn't care about topology. I thought it was kind of I don't know, I think he was just kidding, kind of like trying to make decent topology until he got the knife tool and started bullying the mesh, like making weird ass cuts like this. What a genius. And this is what I went to after finishing that. So it's just materials. And now that I think about it, maybe I shouldn't be looking at materials. Maybe I should be looking at how to make stuff like what I told you I want to make, like hair particles for the Discord furry thing, or sculpting. I don't know if I'll sculpt glide, probably, maybe, just to have something simple to sculpt and retopologize before I go to Merem or shit like that. You know what, I think I'll keep going with materials, just last thing before I start seriously focusing on what I told you. So glide, furry glide. Oh, let me show you the other textures. I'll explain to you. So furry glide, hair particles. I need to somehow learn that and how to make fur, and sculpt furry ears. Anyway, here's textures, and also some sculpting I'll need. For glide, I think I'll sculpt glide. Yeah, screw it. I'll sculpt glide and then retopologize him before I do it to some weirder stuff. Hello, this is day 31. Although this is the result of day 30. I couldn't record yesterday, so I'm recording this again, like before I do anything today. I finished this materials tutorial from Grant Abbitt. I did some stuff. This one you can only see the bump in cycles, and same here. There's these. You can see the materials here, and there's this monkey head with the geometry nodes, making them a bit, the creases and everything. Then when I finished this, I thought, well, now I need to start doing something towards my goal. So starting sculpting, and what else? Fur. So I can make furry glide. And I made this beautiful Giga chat. Basically, also another tutorial from Grant Abbitt. And after this, I also watched a video, also from Grant Abbitt, goddamn, about all the brushes. He was basically explaining all the brushes. I think there are more now that he didn't explain. Yeah, it looks like there are more now. It doesn't matter, I'm not gonna use everything. As you can see, the eyelids are kinda weird. Maybe I should add more detail here. Kinda, I guess. Well, I'll need to get better at this. Glide isn't gonna be that hard. Then there's Merem and Kali. They're gonna be much harder than Glide, obviously. Much harder than just the shape. Then I after that I watched some tutorial, not from Grant Abbitt. I don't know whose tutorial it was. I'll probably add it in the description later, about someone making hair. And then there's another one about making fur from the same person. The basic one was the one I watched yesterday, and today's would be the advanced one, so I'll watch that. So now is day 31, what I'm gonna do now, so I don't know, something about like that fur, and maybe I'll just start sculpting glide already. Those are the 4 hours of today. And this is what I have. I didn't spend 4 hours on this. I watched the furry, like the fur tutorial, and I'll also, what else? Some sculpting videos just in case. Well, anyways, here's glide. Here's the reference, so you can compare it. Actually, I'm gonna use this as the front, and here's the poly. I don't know if this is way too much for just the shape. It probably is, but you know, it's okay because I have this decimated one for retopology later. I also started with the ears. I'm using these wolf ears here as reference, and this is what inspired me to do this actually. And I also played around a bit with what shading. Look at this. So there's this background I made. It's the first background you see in the see you at the end typography, and I'm using it here as the, what is it, the HDRI, and with fully metallic and all this, it looks cool. It looks cool as fuck. And not the ears, because if I make them metallic and completely not rough, then it looks like weird things, you know. Definitely not like furry ears, but I decided to render this 3 times in cycles. By the way, this is the first. I actually smoothed everything a bit and got this one. It's a bit less distorted around the edges, and then I made it blue. Yeah, and gave it a bit of blue, and it turned out like this. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And no one knows I'm doing this, by the way. No one. As I'm recording this, I've only uploaded up to part 2 of this. No one even knows I want to make furry glide. So my goals are beyond everyone's understanding at this point. Well, this is day 31, I think.